Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, and welcome my ambitious one. You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast. Yes, indeed, you have. Listen, we got some things to talk about this evening. I'm not even gonna hold you. Whew, I don't know where to begin, but before we get into all of that, let me start by saying the phone line is open. The number is 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. You can drop a comment, you can send a text, and I'll read it live, or you can ask me to drop the link, and I absolutely, positively will. As long as you're on your best behavior, still don't need the nonsense, but we can do some things. Um, Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. The support is always needed. It's just always needed. So yeah, join the Ambitious One crew, and let's see what we got going on. So before I get started, there's one thing I do need to do. I will be right back. What a time to be alive. I repeat, what a time to be alive. Did you know that you could get fresh ingredients along with beautiful recipes delivered to your door? Did you know that? Wow, you can get 21 free meals plus free shipping and 3 free gifts when you use the code HelloFresh21. The link is in the description. Again, use the code HelloFresh21 to get 21 free meals plus free shipping plus 3 free gifts. I'm telling you. Time to get healthy, y'all. I'm sorry, I had to get some water in me. Listen. The first thing we're going to discuss on tonight's Gab Beat is this. Sometimes, we think things are a certain way and we shouldn't move too hastily. Well, in this case anyway, some situations you gotta get up out of there. But in some situations, we should just chill out and relax and see how things play out, right? I'll say in some situations. I don't know if this situation was necessarily one of those situations where they should have fell back or they should have just kept business going as usual. But it's looking like they should have took the latter choice versus the first decision. But Adidas is saying that it's in a serious financial pinch, and it's blaming the bond directly on the decision to split with Kanye West. See what I'm saying about sometimes you can't move too hastily, but I don't know. We're gonna keep going. The Athletic brand gave the worrisome update on Thursday. Says it's expected to lose a whopping $1.3 billion in sales in 2023. And the company says it's because it's unable to sell all of the Yeezy shoes and clothes it still owns. Again, sometimes you got to move hastily. We can't always just move the way we want to move. But anyway, as reported, Adidas cut ties with Kanye West last year after his anti-Semitic comments and actions. But the brand announced soon after dropping him that it would continue to sell Yeezy's designs just without the Yeezy name. Based on the financial report, it doesn't seem like it's working. Seems like they're having a hard time. So the statement says it could lose another $534 million if it pulls the plug on repurposing the Yeezy brand stash. CEO John Golden adds, the numbers speak for themselves. We are currently not performing the way that we should. He says in 2023 is a year of transformation or transition for the brand. Also, reported there's a clause in Ye's contract with Adidas that says he could get a reduced fee if if his designs get sold with a rebrand. But it's been noted that the brand simply isn't cutting him checks for it either. Listen, this is a messy situation here we got with Kanye and Adidas. It's messy. And the reason why it's so messy is, one, you had a deal with Kanye for the purpose of selling merchandise. And, because of some things that he said, and I get it, it's a lot of Semitic people within the brand of Adidas. But I don't know if we move too hastily when it comes to cutting ties with Kanye. But at the same time, I said this then, and I'm going to say it now. It's really hard for people to tell people whom don't own businesses how they should conduct their business. I don't know why I'm being sent a text message right now, but later. It's very hard for people who do not own businesses to explain to people who do own businesses how to conduct their business. Did or could or would what Kanye say affect a lot of people at that corporation? Of course. Like I said, there are a lot of Semitic people within the corporate world, including Adidas. But I don't know. So I guess it was like the domino effect. One fall, the other fall, because it was a close tie. So I don't know. Speaking of Kanye West, though, he was spotted out hanging out with his daughter North West and his new wife. I hate saying her name, Bianca Censori. Around. They were hanging out, doing some little things. They took North West to, I believe they took her to Universal. Yeah, Universal. Just to have a little hangout time. Bianca spent some quality time with North at Universal Studios Hollywood on Thursday. The first time, we've actually seen Kanye's new wife with any of the children he shares with Kim Kardashian. The trio stopped by the carnival games in the park and played, one of the basketball games. Kanye bringing Bianca around the oldest kid is a sign that their relationship is growing. Because remember, he was flipping out over the whole Pete Davidson thing and him spending time with the kids. But of course, neither Kanye, Bianca, or North were smiling in any of the pics because Bianca is no Ice Spice. Which, if you don't know what I mean, listen. So it's been the wave over the internet here lately, where obviously North West is a big Ice Spice fan. I get the rage and because the things that Ice Spice says, Ice Spice, I can't even, she gave me tongue twister, but the things that she say are not necessarily things that you want your young preteen to be saying, or things you want her to be singing and stuff. And so I get it, but I hate the other parenting thing. Like, don't other parent me. Let me be the parent that I'm supposed to be. You raise your kids the way you raise your kids, and let me raise mine the way I raise mine. Don't other parent me. So everybody's outraged about it, but the theme park outing with North capped off a busy day for Kanye and Bianca as from what we know, they went shopping earlier that day on Melrose with a famous fashion designer. Because y'all know one thing that Kanye West is gonna do is, if you his girl, you gonna be dripped. Like it might be a little weird, but he gonna keep you laced in all the finest fabrics. Like that's what he gonna do. He gonna make you dress the way he wants you to dress, but you gonna have all the finer things. I think that was one of the allures that Kim had when she got with him. Unfortunately, we see what happened with that now, didn't we? Yeah. So let's get to this next thing. I think this is a more uplifting and upbeat situation. So Ciara and her hubby Russell Wilson they went on a visit to a maximum security prison. She sang and danced with 300 inmates. This is something. Let me get into it. Let me get into the deets real quick, and then I'll tell you how I feel about this and why I feel this way about it, right? But listen, so Russell and Ciara spent time inside of a prison last week singing and dancing with over 300 inmates, and the trip was so emotional. Ciara actually appeared to be moved to tears. The Denver Broncos star and the Level Up singer headed out to the Everglades Correctional Institution in Florida to help lead in prayer with incarcerated men. And you can see in the video, well, it's a video available. I'm not going to play it for rights and usage purposes. The couple immersed themselves fully in with the inmates right away. Wilson read a group of Bible verses before Ciara sung to the crowd. God Behind Bars, the org that helped facilitate the trip, said it was very powerful. The voices of the incarcerated were so loud it felt like it could be heard by the entire prison. The org officials said in a social media post. In a place so easily filled with such division, there was a moment where incarcerated men put their arms around each other and prayed for those struggling with anxiety and depression. Wilson also shared his own video from the visit, showing him singing along loudly with the inmates, some of whom are serving life sentences to a popular gospel song. Of course, the couple's philanthropy should surprise no one. They've consistently used their free time to spread faith and cheer throughout the country, even visiting patients in hospitals just days after Wilson was traded to Denver last year. Listen, I wanted to address the story because it's a very wholesome and humbling thing that they're doing. Not only did they go to the prison, but they've been going to hospitals. And one thing that stopped, I don't know why that stopped, but back in the day, singers would go and they would, perform for prisoners so they could have some kind of maybe enlightenment or cheer or whatever it was going to be. And that's not done so much no more. But theirs was in a better place because it was serving the Most High. But those visits mean a lot to them inmates, especially those, serving life. Like I said, some of them are serving life. So those visits to prisons, especially if you're a popular artist that some or most of them know about, can mean everything to them. And not to say that, anybody should give like an extra, but if it uplifts them to be a better person, I'm here for it. And that's real. Like everybody needs an uplifting kind of situation in their lives, because everybody going through it, even people who broke the law, even people who've done horrific crimes, they at some point in time need a place to get their mind right and then come to terms with the things that they have done. And maybe somebody coming and spreading the gospel and spreading the word and all of that good stuff will help them come closer to terms with what they have done, their afflictions, and maybe they can ask for forgiveness. You never know what that might do to somebody's spirit. But I thought that was a good little, kind-hearted, spirited type of situation to talk about. Sometimes we need that in our souls so we can go out here and do good things and be great people. So I'm going to go to a quick commercial. Hold on. I'm going to the quick commercial. I will be right back. What's good, my ambitious ones? I am here because Savage Fenty is offering up something extraordinary. You get 2 for $29 bras and 50% off other items for new VIP members. You heard me. 2 bras for $29 plus 50% off of other items for new VIP memberships. I mean, you can't beat that. I think I might be a little disappointed because it's one of my favorite shows to watch. And, from what I know, they normally don't edit their shows. Like, I've never heard of this, but let's just get to it. Nori's attempt to squash beef between Fat Joe and ex-Terror Squad rapper Cuban Link resulted in Remy Ma laughing so hard that they could have scrubbed the entire scene from the Drink Champs episode. Okay, because I'm like, I don't know them to be edited. The Drink Champs crew huddled up after a recent interview to discuss their decision not to interview Cuban, J Hood, or Reek the Villain due to the long-running conflicts with Fat Joe, The Lox, and Busta Rhymes, respectively. And Remy, being the first lady of Terror Squad herself, confirmed that the beef was forever up. Oh, I don't know if I like this. All right, but I'm going to tell you why in a second. But in 2021, Cuban Link falsely accused Fat Joe of snitching, which reignited their beef that's been festering since the mid 2000s, causing Nori to speak out and admit that he had no intentions on interviewing any of the artists who are against his friends. But let's see the loyalty, I guess. Nori also addressed his former Def Jam label mate Keith Murray's recent claims that he was snubbed in person at the last Rock the Bells festival. According to Nori's recollection, he was running about 30 deep thanks to Capone and Tragedy Khadafi's entourages and didn't want to add any confusion. In other words, Drink Champs in Switzerland, not Smack TV. Listen, all right. You know what? I got respect for Nori on the standpoint of this. He don't got no beef per se. Wait a minute, we got a comment. He don't got no beef per se with. No, we're not doing that. You're not getting on here. Anyway, he per se does not want to be the middleman in none of this bullshit, basically. Point blank, period. And I get that part. Like, how is that fair to him to have to be in the middle of all of the shenanigans? Anything that goes down with Capone and Tragedy, you definitely, I don't know where Keith Murray would have thought that he stood a chance in that situation if you said some crazy stuff. And you did. You've been on a rant lately. But when it comes to Capone and Tragedy, you don't got a shot in hell. But as far as this Cuban Link situation, I guess because he is friends with Fat Joe, they are very cool. That's his homeboy. So I guess he feel like if they the ops, then they don't have no place, at the table. I mean, and I guess his homeboy's ops, or it's his ops, I suppose. I don't know, but it just. I hope they didn't edit that out though, because one thing I love about Drink Champs is they really don't do no editing. But yeah, that's what it is. So the beef with Fat Joe and Cuban Link is still alive and kicking. And apparently it's some craziness with Keith Murray and Capone and Tragedy Gaddafi. I don't know what's going on. I don't be in the mix. All I know is everybody in this group that I just named, from Nori to Fat Joe, even Remy, as much as I love her, and I do love her, I love me some Remy Ma. And Tragedy and J Hood and Reek the Villain and the Locks and Busta Rhymes and did I say Tragedy and Capone? Yeah, Keith Murray, all of that. We are way too old for this nonsense. Way too freaking old. If you listen to every name I just named off, everybody in that list was out, like had music out. I mean, some of them still got music out. Music still jumping. But everybody on this list that I just named had music out in the 90s, in the 2000s, early, mid, late, the ones that we in there. Like, you see what I'm saying? All of these people are people who are over 35. I say that, over 35, maybe a little bit younger because of Remy. But everybody else on the list is over 35. I know for sure. It comes a point in time where we really have to grow up. Some things just need to be, I ain't saying you gotta be dapping it up and be best of friends, because you don't gotta dap it up or be best of friends with nobody. I definitely don't subscribe to that behavior. I'm not dapping it up and being cool with nobody I ain't cool with, and especially if that somebody has disrespected me. I do not. I repeat, I do not. I repeat, hold on, baby. I repeat, I do not tolerate disrespect. That's when she come out. She's a beast. So I get it. I ain't saying everybody gotta be peachy keen and willy-nilly, but I do say this, and I had to really learn this. Well, not learn it, but put it back in my brain again to the other day. So I'm not exempt from this advice that I'm getting ready to give out. I too need to take my own advice. But it comes a point in time where we are too old to be playing these baby games with people, acting like we little teenagers and teeny boppers, when really we out here we are supposed to be trying to provide financial gain to our children and level up. I had to really come to grips and come to terms in my head the other day myself, and it was my anger that was leading. Sometimes we let our anger lead us. I'm trying to tell you, I happen to be one of those people. You feel me? Like, where I get so angry that I'm about to go out here and risk it all. I am totally one of these people. And it's all based upon emotion. But we're too old. We're too old to be playing these games with people. So yeah, we gotta let it go. Sometimes we just gotta let it go. And I think in this situation, with all of these situations that I just mentioned, I think now would be the time for us to grow up and let some things go. I'm just saying. All right, let's move on. What else we got here? Oh, Hit Boy. What was his name? Young Berg, but it's Hit Boy now. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. All right, so he said these bum producers need co-credits. I'm the one-man show. So he talking trash, honey. So Hit Boy isn't backing down from claiming the rap producer throne after calling out a few of the other guys, that's top guys in the industry. On Friday, Hit Boy and The Alchemist unveiled their new collaboration, Slipping Into Darkness. Now that needs to be like that. I don't know. I might gotta hear that. So I'm gonna have to go find this and see what it sounds like. But with Hit Boy, not Okay, so I got a Youngberg is still. We're gonna talk about Hitmaker is Youngberg. Okay, so Hit Boy expanded his previous shots aimed at Hitmaker, Metro Boomin, Southside, and Mustard with with some crazy balls. So let's say he said, "I'm like Debo on." Wait, what he said? He said, "I'm like Debo on his cruiser. How you got no credits without a co-producer? Time to give these NIGGAs the royal flush. No Roto-Rooter is Hit Boy bucking just so you." Oh, so you NIGGAs know the shooter. Ah, okay. So the Third Eye Rise directed visual cleverly features at Hit Boy rapping on Alchemist beats and vice versa, and ends with Hit Boy telling the game via FaceTime the trend of having multiple high profile producers loaded onto one track is simply whack. Hitmaker. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, Youngberg is Hitmaker. There's too many hits in the game right now. In his defense, it was Hitmaker who threw first blood when he was disrespectfully he was disrespectful on Hot 97, saying there's no comparison between Hit Boy and himself. So him and Hit Boy really, really going at it for real in any statistical category. Now it's like the producers is going at it. I don't know what's going. It's enough room out here for everybody. It kills me that people feel like they cannot work with each other, like, or they gotta be. I mean, I guess that's the mentality they give you in the, in the music industry, or the you know what I mean, like the Hollywood industry. Like, you gotta be for self and you gotta go hard, and so that's why it's only an elite few in there, because they want you to go so hard, and they want you to be determined that you're the only one. And it's the same thing in the music industry. Unfortunately, though, y'all, another stampede has happened, and the families plan to sue. This happened at a Glorilla and Finesse 2 Times situation. Claims the deaths were avoidable. Oh, this is so sad, because Glorilla ain't even really. She just getting her bearings. But anyway, Glorilla and Finesse 2 Times appear destined for a legal battle over the tragic stampede at their New York concert. The family of one of three people who passed says they're lawyering up. There are videos. I would never show them. Just so disrespectful to the fallen. I would never do that. But Brandy Miller was trampled to death in the chaos that followed the rapper's ill-fated Rochester show earlier this month. Her sister Michelle tells us that the family plans to sue Glow and Finesse 2 Times, plus the promoters and Main Street Armory. Michelle says her fam is in the process of retaining a lawyer, and they've spoken to several since Brandy was pronounced to not be here anymore on Monday, and aim to retain someone who is high profile, because the family has no plans to back down. Ooh, child. Since Glorilla has got up there and, talked about how she felt and how she was sorry, and she's praying for their families and speedy recovery. Finesse and Glorilla, they reportedly left the venue before the stampede. They both expressed how devastated they were about the tragedy. And it doesn't appear either artist is under criminal investigation for the incident at this time. So he's been talked to since he scooped, and the idea might be blamed and flat out told us wasn't worried. So he said he not worried about the lawsuit. The Millers believe that Brandy's death could have been prevented. They say her brother was at the concert too, watching from a different area, and from what he saw, the show was totally pandemonium from the very beginning. Um, Whew, this is child. It's already hard, when it comes to these concerts. I didn't even plug that up for a reason yet, though. But when it comes to these concerts, it's kind of hard to say who's at fault and who's not at fault. Um, people also make decisions to do things that not necessarily, they weren't planned. They weren't in the making of, what I mean? Like, that's not what they had. That wasn't their intention, but it just so happens to happen. And unfortunately, a life was lost because of it. And the other unfortunate part was where were, what was going through their minds that the stampede ever even happened in the first place? Like, we all adults out here. There's no reason why somebody should be out here acting a fool anyway, unless the people at the venue were not necessarily adults either. But who knows? So my prayers go out to her family, and we're gonna see what happens with that situation. So Drake and 21 Savage are going tour. And they said it's all gonna be a blur. It's supposed to take on 29 cities. It's all a blur. It's all a blur tour. That's the name of the tour. I couldn't even get it out. But they are taking the show on the road. So Drake and 21 Savage are taking their hit-filled Her Lost album on the road. The newly minted duo unveiled its 29 cities. It's all a blur tour, appeasing fans wishing to hear their songs live. Drake dropped off a montage Monday on his IG that chronicled his extensive touring career, from his Fresh Face days to his initial Away From Home tour, to his Aubrey and the Three Amigos campaign, and all the glitzy headlights in between. So highlights in between. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully they won't have no drama either. Like, we don't need no more of that. It's enough. But yeah, they're going on tour. So the tour will undoubtedly feature Her Lost tunes heavy. The album is already platinum following its November 2022 release, when all 16 of its songs debuted on the Billboard's Hot 100 list right off the gate. Yeah, it was a lot. And if you think about all those memes and stuff that everybody was posting, y'all know the ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, even with the memes, every time a song played, it counted as a credit. So yeah, I could see how it went platinum. It's back. It's backed by some pretty heavy hitters like Live Nation, Visa, Sprite, and Cash App, which has the pre-sale tickets, so you can get your pre-sale. You can get your tickets on Cash App. All have a stake in the game, and the superstars will be trekking to major cities such as Atlanta, Brooklyn, Chicago, and more. So we just gotta wait to hear when the show is coming, where it's gonna be, and all of that good stuff. But please know that 21 Savage and Drake are going on tour. It was all a blur. That's the name of the tour. This is my last major story for the evening. And then we'll get to some hot topics real quick. I gotta take a sip of water on this one, because it's ironic. Sorry. I had to take a swig of water. It's ironic that some of these artists, and I know one firsthand. Well, he's not out here on the streets anymore. He's unfortunately in prison right now. But there are some things that you do, and then you wonder why people think that you're crazy, or in this case, a devil worshiper. Um, Lil Uzi Vert. But let's talk about it. So Lil Uzi Vert is telling everyone concerned about his "I make a city girl believe in Satan" lyrics. To take anybody concerned about it, he wants you to take a chill pill. He's deep into his music craft and not cozying up with the devil. But whatever. So he was out and about in Beverly Hills where he confirmed that the track where he previewed a rolling the track that he previewed at Rolling Loud, California, making it go viral, will be on his upcoming album Pink Tape, which he promises he will drop in a couple of months. Even Summer Walker had to come in and say what she had to say. But according to Uzi, he was just metaphorically speaking when he mentioned Satan, and his girlfriend JT didn't blink one eye. He says that she was in the studio when he recorded the track. His overall point, they are just lyrics and not real life beliefs. Oh no. Okay. All right, so whatever, we still recording. Tony Yayo rebuked Uzi's lyrics due to his religious upbringing when he spoke to him last week, and Summer Walker sent out a stern warning as well. So Uzi says he too has religious background, but now that he's grown up, he doesn't bite his tongue when it when it comes to his bars. And he said, ain't nobody gonna tell him otherwise. That's what he said. And so it is what it is. Okay, so that Uzi said get out of his face and he's saying what he want. I'm not one for their shenanigans, but you mad because people are telling you that they don't like your devilish ways, but that's because you present devilish ways. It's just what it is. You can't be mad at it. Let's get to some of these hot topics. So this new series that's out, I think it's called Beehive or something like that, but it's a series and it's called Swarm. And basically, we definitely know it's about the Beehive because y'all are ruthless. And so yeah, I don't know. If you haven't seen the trailers, go check the trailer out. It's called Swarm. So apparently Diddy is looking to purchase a majority stake in BET. Does that mean that you're gonna bring it back to the way it used to be? Because I would love that. Can we get some videos? That's why I do Fire Fridays, because I really want to see music videos again. That was fun, and like have the artist come and sit down and have an interview. That was fun, and we need all of that back. And then I love. Oh wait, so he's also supposed to be talking about joining it with Tyler Perry and Byron Allen. Yeah, I'm hoping we could just bring it back, baby. Bring it back to what it used to be. You can even bring Cedar back, but just bring it back. So, Tiger Woods' lawyers denied jilted ex-girlfriend Erica Herman's assault claims following news of her $30 billion lawsuit in 2022. Oh, Tiger, I hope. Say it ain't so, bro. Say it ain't so. You already done had enough craziness in your life. You don't need no extra, Tiger. I'll just say it ain't so. So, ESPN is reporting that Memphis Grizzlies guard Jay Morant has entered a counseling program in Florida, and there remains no timetable of when he will return to play. We talked about that recently too. I knew that. Like they got, and now people making noise, so they got to make an example of him too. I knew he wasn't coming back no time soon. Joe Biden calls out Florida for its policies and proposals regarding transgender children. It's close to sinful, he says. Oh, oh, uh, I don't know if Biden going to be back for the next. Well, I didn't think he was going to be back at all, but I don't know. After that state, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't have any problems with parents making decisions that they feel are best for their children. Me personally, if my daughter decided that she wanted to transition into, maybe not being a girl anymore, or she wanted to be that's a decision that she would have to make, but she would have to make that decision when she was of legal age, which is 18. At that point, it don't even matter because she mine. I love her. If she gonna be a heathen, I love her regardless. I love him. You came from my womb, and I very much adore you. Whether these are decisions you gotta make with your own life. I can't make those decisions for you. But while you're my child, while I have to take care of you, and I have to be responsible for you, no, I wouldn't make that decision. I wouldn't let you make that decision early. And it was a case that they was talking about how people could get in trouble for not catering to their child's decision to transform into their other self. But at the same time, I think it's more responsible not to, because they don't know where they're young. It's a lot to consider, and things that they got to work out. That's not a decision that should be made that early. Okay. I'm getting messages, and my sister texting me, some money texting me. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, that's not decisions that I feel like should be made, that early in life. You feel like once they 18, they can pretty much make the decision they want to make at that point, because legally they're grown. And I still would say just wait till you turn 21, and if that's what you want to do, then do it. But I'm not one to believe that you should suppress what they feel. I just say give them time to figure it out. That's my opinion on it. But I don't know. Biden went hard in the paint, so I don't know. Let me play. He went extra hard in the paint. Let me play this, and I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna show some love. What they're offering might just have you in the mood to get naked. Flex offers $100 off a 6-pack of wine for $39.99, including shipping. Again, the offer is $100 off of a 6-pack of wine for $39.99 with shipping included. These are not small bottles of wine. These are your normal size bottles of wine, and you're guaranteed to fill your wine cellar or have a really good time. Get it now, y'all. Get it. Yeah. So I doubt the Biden gonna be back next for this. I don't know. It's like it's gonna be weird to try to bring him back as the incumbent. Like, it's gonna be because he's not mine. We're not gonna say all of those things. I want to get to the love, because I'm about to say some stuff I had no business saying. So let me get to the love real quick. First of all, my top 6. I love you guys so much. You guys are extraordinary. You always come back and show a girl love on repeat. I'm looking at the list right now. Hold on. I just want to make sure ain't nobody beat my top 6 out. I love them. They're extraordinary. But They always come through with the love. And I love them so much. Oh, look at you, you beautiful babies. I love them so much. So I gotta show love to my top 6 real quick. And I'm gonna show them love because they show me love. First of all, big shout out to the United States of America. I appreciate you so much for coming through, continuing to listen to this podcast. You guys are extraordinary. The United Kingdom, baby, I see you. I see you. And thank you so much for the continuous support. I love you so much. India and Germany, I see you as well. And I thank you so much for the continuous support. So I'm saying, Germany, France. Big love to France. I love you. Thank you for your continuous support. You've been here since day one, so it's always love with y'all. And Belgium, specifically Brussels. You guys are extraordinary. I love the love that you give me. They are my top 6. I'm gonna give them a round of applause. I love you guys so much. You are extraordinary. But don't get it twisted. Just because they are my top 6 does not mean I love any of you any less. It just means that they come through for me every daggone time like I count on them. But I love you guys as well. I love you all equally. So let's give some love. Brazil, big love to you. Netherlands, big love to you. Singapore, big love to you. South Africa, big love to you. Spain, big love. I see you trying to creep up in the come up, Spain. Philippines, big love to you. Australia, big love to you. Japan, big love to you. Mexico, Ireland, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Canada, Hong Kong, big love to all of you guys. I'm not finished though. I'm not finished. I never said I was finished. Russia, big love to you. China, big love to you. I already said Hong Kong, I believe. Poland, big love to you. Tunisia, big love to you. Venezuela, baby, big love to you. I'm not finished. I know y'all want me to be. I'm not finished. It's not how this works over here. I gotta give love to my peoples, and y'all gonna take this love that I got to give. All this love is waiting for you. All right. Indonesia, big love to you. Switzerland, big love to you. Big love, baby. Love you guys so much. You're extraordinary. Let's see. So Turkey, big love to you. Austria, big love to you. Kenya, big love to you. Pakistan and Romania, big love to you. I appreciate you for coming through. Shorty, I appreciate you for coming through. Hold up. I can't be missing nobody. I can't do it. It's not in my nature. Show everybody love, shorty. Let me see. Make sure I got everybody on the list. Hold on 1 second. I'll get to all my lists. And last but not least, Nigeria, baby, big love to you. I love you all. You guys are extraordinary. I do this because you come back and you encourage me when you come back to keep going. And I love you for it. It's beautiful, beautiful thing we got going on here. And I hope that you continue to keep coming by here and showing me love. If you like the show, hit me up. And let me say this. If you like the show, support the show, I am always open to your emails. Hit me up, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. All of that, just send me a message so I can know it's real, so I can know what to say to you as somebody who supports the show and listens to the show. Give me, your take on what you think about the show. I would love to hear your input. Otherwise, if you like to come on the show, hit me up and we'll set that up too. You don't have to be a star, baby. You don't have to be a rapper. You could be doing anything right now and you feel like it needs some light shine on it. Hit me up, Ambitiously the Podcast. As you know, you can always join in the conversation. Drop a comment if you are watching the show live. Call in or text 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. Or you can ask me to hit the link. You don't have to, you could send the message today and I will read it on the show on Wednesday. I promise you. I would love to hear from you guys. If I played by chance, I don't do it on Mondays or Wednesdays either. But if by chance I play a video, know that I have permission to play the video. I would never play a video that I didn't have permission to play. That's point blank, period. I got written, I got visual, I got audio, however you want it, I got it, baby. But know that I got permission. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Like I said, the support is love, and I appreciate every piece of love you decide to give us. Check out the website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Check us out. If you'd like to drop a donation of monetary value, $ capital LURLUCIDITY. Again, $ capital LURLUCIDITY. Lord Lucidity, to lure them in clearly. That's what that means, baby. And we are streaming on all streaming platforms: iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, wherever you want to listen, we right there, baby. So make sure you take a gander. Come catch the Gabby. I'm just saying, just catch a gander. So the lessons we've learned today. First things first. Be hasty when it comes to your business, because you never know if this will be a bad business decision that you made hastily. Adidas is a clear identifier of that. They could lose more than $1 billion because they cut ties with the situation. And it's kind of you cut ties, but then all the media hoopla behind it is you can't bring that brand back. That's the unfortunate part. It's not going to be a brand that you can revamp. Sorry. So you just chuck it up as a loss and come up with a better idea. And then it was sad as you thought that alone that Beyonce would save you from the Kanye fiasco, but unfortunately it did not. And I'm not blaming that on Beyonce. It's just the business wasn't right at the time. It's good to see Kanye has moved on with his life and he let go of Kim, hopefully for real. Good job, Sierra and Russell, for putting some guard in some of these prisoners out here. They needed 300 to be specific. They needed it. All this Nori and Remy and Fat Joe and Cuban Links and Capone and Tragedy Gaddafi and Busta Rhymes and all. We too old, y'all. Time to grow up. Let's create some change. Hit Boy and Hitmaker. Hitmaker is Young Bird. Hit Boy is different, dude. There's too many hits. My point is this: it's enough space out here for all the beats. Y'all not the only fire ones. Y'all just the fire ones that's on. You feel me? No more stampedes. That's all I'm saying about that. Drake and 21 have fun on their tour, and Little Uzi Vert, stop making music that makes people think that you are a devil worshiper. It's that simple. Just you don't want people to think that, then you should probably not make music that makes people think that. And Diddy and Tyler and Byron, if you are thinking about buying BET, I'm just saying, can we get a little updated restoration of what BET used to be? I miss those days. It was fun. When you go in the house, you run in the house like, oh my goodness, I'm about to go watch BET. I don't know, I'm alone. Well, no, by the time 106 in Park was still my time. I'm about to watch 106 in Park. I'm about to go watch Video Soul and all of that. Can we get that back? I would love for that to be. As a matter of fact, once we put it together, I could use a job. Call me. I'm here for the job, but yeah, let's bring that back. I'll do videos and interviews with you. Yeah, let's bring that back, baby. All right, anyway. I spoke my piece for the day. I think I did a good job, all in a good time. I spoke my piece, but I'm just saying, if we gonna bring it back the way it's supposed to be, the way it was for us, by us. Let's bring it back to that. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. With that being said, there's a few things I gotta say before I get up out of here, though. First things first, mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business, and there's a difference between minding your business and standing your lane, and I will explain it. But mind your business. It's a dangerous world out here. You want to be in other people's business? Come here, and I will tell you other people's business because that's what I do on Media Mondays and sometimes on Wire Wednesdays. Wasn't Wire Wednesdays, but for the most, I'm doing it for sure on Media Mondays. So bring it back here and let me put you on the gab beat. Wet and White Wednesdays, who knows what we might be talking about. Might be personal, might not be personal, but it's just going to be something good. And then Fire Fridays come through here and check for the heat that we going to bring. But the point is, mind your business. Mind your business is a dangerous world out here. We don't need you in that mess. I told you, come here, I got you. Love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies. Be the best parents you can be to your babies. You are the first line of their everything. Encouragement, love, care, joy. You are the first line. So just be there for your babies and hold them down. Tell them they're great. Tell them they're the greatest of all times. If they want to work for NASA, then tell them to be the best engineer, astronaut, janitor, receptionist, secretary, whatever it is they want to do over there at NASA. I don't know because I don't work there, but let them be the best at whatever it is that they want to be over there. If they want to work for NASCAR, then tell them to be the best pit boss, NASCAR driver, commentator. I don't know what else they do over there at NASA, but just tell them to be the greatest they can be. That's all. That's it. It's that simple. And last but not least, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. The difference between staying in your lane and minding your business is when you mind other people's business, you're just being nosy. But when you jumping into other people's lanes, that means you are inserting yourself into some stuff. I'm not going to cuss. I've been trying to do better with that. But some stuff that you don't have no business inserting yourself into. So stay in your lane. It's not your lane. And you jump in my lane, baby, you're going to get this. Every time. And I've been working on her. I've really been working on her. Just bring her out. She's so sweet and cute and cuddly. Let's keep her out. Don't bring the other one out, or at least her. Because baby, a mother is happy when she purring. But don't bring the first one out because I'm trying to keep her in. And just don't bring her out. Let her stay in her little cave where she at, chilling. I don't know, I wouldn't say she hibernating, but she chilling right now. So leave her where she at. And with that being said, I love you guys. You guys are extraordinary. Man, I love you. And make sure you come back Wet and Wired Wednesday. This Wednesday, we will be talking about some things. Don't get it twisted. I'm learning a lot. So, yeah, we got some things to talk about. And with that being said, I got to get out of here, y'all, because, I done said all the things that I wanted to say, but I love you so much and be easy. Bye.